Hey guys, it's Jillian Schleger, intuitive coach, author, and creator of Kinetic Divination. I'm here today to talk to you about Kinetic Divination for depression. I think it's really important right now with everything that's going on with the coronavirus and the social distancing. We're all feeling a lot of emotions, a lot of depression, anxiety, uncertainty is setting in. So I would love for you to join me for this session today. It won't be very long. We'll do a quick session and stick around for that. Hey, okay. So I'd love for you to get comfortable right now. Take a deep breath. Get some water if you need to. And we're going to do a kinetic divination session for depression. And I want you to take acknowledgement, just take a minute and acknowledge your body, your emotions, your energy, and acknowledge what's coming up. The first rule in kinetic divination is your emotions are your feedback. We really want to acknowledge those emotions that are coming up. Your emotions are the most powerful guidance system that you have. So when they come up to the surface, please allow them to come up. If it helps, what you can do is, as you're seeing those emotions, you can give them space. You can come back. It's as if you're just putting them on the counter, on the table in front of you, and you're just giving that space. You're stepping back from the emotion and you're giving it space. You're offering it energy. You're offering the emotional love and support. But please remember that your emotions are feedback. Your emotions, energy and motion, are supposed to be kept in motion. We're not supposed to sit down into those emotions. They are our most powerful guidance system. So taking a deep breath. Now, we are going to be doing some muscle testing. We're going to be doing a full kinetic divination session right now. If you don't have my muscle testing toolkit, please go to my website, jillianschleger.com. There's a link down below that you can grab that. And it's free. And I want you to check in. We will be, if you know me at all, you know that I love to muscle test with a pendulum, and I create pendulum charts. I have now over 40. But the one that I use the most is the percentage chart. Really simple, really easy to use. And I use a pendulum, and I only muscle test with a pendulum to check in with my own body. And I can muscle test for my clients and students as well. And they are all over the world. Really easy to do. Y'all can do that as well. It's not just me. But when I'm tapping into and muscle testing with the pendulum, I'm not divining with spirit, even though my healing system is kinetic divination. Divination is seeking and searching for answers. That is what divination, to divine. It's tapping into your divine inheritance, your divine knowledge that is available to you. I'm not divining. I'm not seeking spirit assistance. I'm only seeking my highest and my greatest and highest good. So that being said, when we muscle test with the pendulum percentage chart, we just hold the pendulum and we ask the question, or we say the statement, and then we see how aligned you are. But again, if you don't have the muscle testing workbook or toolkit, please go to my website and grab that. It kind of lays out all of that for you. So right now I want you to feel into and ask the question, how strong is the depression you're feeling? And what you can do is you don't have to use a pendulum. You can think of a whiteboard, and you can just imagine that there's a whiteboard out in front of you, and imagine that there's 0% on the left and 100% on the right on this whiteboard. And you're going to throw, just like you're throwing spaghetti on the wall, you're going to throw up onto, no, it sounds funny, but throw onto the whiteboard your percentage of how bad you feel right now. And be honest, there's only you there. I was gonna say you and me, but I'm not there. I can't see you, I can't hear you. So just be honest. How depressed are you right now? How anxious are you? How overwhelmed are you right now? And on this whiteboard, it will show you a percentage. Just go with it. Just go with whatever comes to mind. And write these down. Below, there's a Google document link to take you to this, I can't even say it's a workbook. It's like 2 or 3 pages, right? So these questions are in a short workbook that you can grab from the Google Doc. The link is below. So checking in, how strong is the depression you're feeling? And I want to take a step back right now and say, you're a bioenergetic being. You are so much more than the body that you see and feel. And because you're interacting with this reality and with all of these other people, their energy, their emotions, their judgments, their separations, their anxiety, their conclusions, their expectations of you and their world, you're dealing with a lot. And as a bioenergetic being, you kind of suck up a lot of stuff that you interact with on a daily, hourly, minute by minute, at that level, right? If you know you're an empath, that's even more heightened. And with everything that's going on in the world, we are really, it's hard not to react to the stuff that we see out in the world and feel out in the world. So I want you to take a minute and just honor that you have a lot going on in your body, in your mind, in your energy, in your emotional body. So in this workbook, you are going to check into, you can either muscle test with the pendulum chart, or you can muscle test with the whiteboard. And you can ask which body that's radiating from, your depression, your anxiety, your overwhelm. Which body is that radiating from? And that could be your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body, your energetic body, or your intuitive body. Which body is that resonating from or radiating from? And then I want you to check in, because oftentimes we don't really think about asking and checking in, is my body actually hydrated? So when a dehydrated body will react way differently and way more with more severity than a body that's hydrated. And then I want you to check in with, this depression is mine. Most of the time, a lot of the stuff that you're dealing with, a lot of the stuff that you're feeling isn't yours. Again, you're a bioenergetic being. And you are reacting, you're energetically entangled with a lot of other people that you hang around, a lot of people that you talk to, engage with, are intimate with. You're energetically and emotionally entangled. It's actually quantum entanglement. It's a thing. So if you feel something, you can muscle test, you can check to see if it's yours. But the other thing is you can feel an emotion and then go, okay, all right, I feel you. I see you. Okay. Check to see what percentage, how strong that emotion is. And then I want you to say, sit there just for a few minutes and go, if you're not mine, I release you. I return you to origin. And then say that for a couple of times, 2, 3, 5, right? And then check back in with that same feeling that you felt at the beginning and see if that has changed, if that's maybe gone completely. Okay, just try it. All right. So the next part is, and I know that I'm going fast, but you can grab this workbook from the Google Doc and you can do it at your own pace. So the next part is, where in my body is this stuck? And we go into the chakras. And the chakras will mean different things. This is where, working one-on-one with you, we would go into the shadow aspects of the chakra. Each chakra has their own shadow aspect that is triggered by certain trauma, certain situations, certain words, certain memories, right? But right for now, you're just going to check in to see, where in my body is this stuck? And you could feel it. Sometimes, you know, when I get stressed, it all traps in the trapezius and just creeps up my neck. And I have a lot of the throat chakra shadow aspect is fear or history of criticism. And that is 100%. So that triggers all the time. Any stress just goes right there and all the way, like back of the shoulders, the trapezius, and up into the back of the neck. So I can feel that. But sometimes you don't know where that is actually stuck in your body, right? So it's good to muscle test that. Now, the next part is, what shadow archetype is triggered? And this is your inner child, your victim, your saboteur, your prostitute. These are all archetypes. Just like if you watch a movie, there's a hero archetype, there's the victim archetype. There's different archetypal patterns that we have as humans, and they resonate differently. You'll look at somebody and go, oh, he's such a class clown, right? He's such a jokester. And those are archetypes. So just true to form, these archetypes will kind of lay underneath the surface, and they're sometimes triggered by intense emotions, or even the possibility of an emotion, the possibility of a trauma. So that's the inner child, the victim, the saboteur, the prostitute. Those are archetypal patterns. So you're going to check into to see which one is being triggered, if at all. You're going to check into those percentages. And then you're going to check into, how else do I want to feel? And you're going to actually create an anchor statement. I call this an anchor statement. This is I now feel blank, or I am now blank. So I am now empowered. I am now healthy. I am now feeling 100% calm and at ease. However you want to feel right now, I'm going to create that anchor statement. So take a few minutes to do that. If you have to pause this at any time, go ahead. Then I want you to check into testing the percentage that it feels safe for you to feel that way. What percentage of you feels safe? Okay. And then I want you to check in with, if I felt that way, I would actually abandon someone. Okay. Check in with the percentage of your alignment with, I'll be going against my tribe if I actually felt different than I do right now? Okay. The next one is that it's not safe to be in optimum health. The next one is then you want to shift into the I'm choosing optimum health, right? So these are all things that you're going to check in with your percentage. Okay, so run through these percentages on this Google Doc. You don't have to print it out, just write it in a notebook or piece of paper, napkin, whatever. Okay, so I'm choosing optimum health now. Test your percentage of alignment with that. And then I'm choosing to feel my greatest version of myself now. Checking with your percentage of alignment with that. And then you're going back to the anchor statement that you made, the I now feel, or I am now. And then you're going to check in with your alignment with that statement. Now, your anchor statement is something that you can use to create a different reality as you go to sleep. This is an anchor statement, and you can create an anchor image to go with that you repeat over and over and over again as you're in bed, as you're getting drowsy, and as you're fading into sleep. So now this is the law of attraction. The law of attraction is actually your reticular activating system. It's something that's in your brain, and it creates for you. So if you said to yourself, oh, I really want a red Jaguar, right? If you said that, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, I don't want that anymore because now I'm seeing them everywhere, right? That is your reticular activating system. People always say, oh my gosh, I see angel numbers all the time. That's your reticular activating system. That's how we manifest. That's how we create a reality. We're plugging our desires into the RAS, the reticular activating system, and that is working for us. We can use this to our advantage by creating at night with your anchor statement. Say the short and sweet anchor statement with absolute clarity of what you want, and repeat that as you're going to sleep. Bonus points if you create an anchor vision and you repeat that anchor vision in your mind. You see it, and it can be a short loop, right? If you went to lunch last week with your mother or brother, sister, friend, and today, right now, I said to you, what'd you have to drink? What was your drink? Did you have coffee, tea, beer, whatever? You would think back to that event, and there would be a short loop that you would remember, right? You're not going to remember the whole thing of getting in your car, driving to the restaurant when we're not in quarantine. And then you sit down, and then you say hello to your friend or mother, brother, sister, whatever, right? You're not remembering the whole thing. You're remembering a loop. One short synapse of what happened. Okay? So just like that, you're going to create an anchor vision, which is a snapshot, and I call it a future memory, which is only maybe 10 seconds of something, but it's that 10 seconds of something that you want to create that you're plugging into the reticular activating system so that creates for you. Okay. I digress. So the anchor statement, checking with your alignment with the anchor statement. The next part of the kinetic divination system is the whiteboard. Oh, I didn't. Okay, I gotta change that on the Google Docs. So I have to change that. So you can actually check in with these percentages, and if you tested something like it feels safe for me to feel that way, and you tested only 20%, again, thinking of a whiteboard out in front of you, and that 20% is on the far left. You're going to grab that 20% and you're going to bring it up closer to 100%. Okay. Same with Any of the other ones. If it's a low percentage and you want it to be higher, if you go through all of these and do that for all of them, if they're a low percentage, you grab that percentage and you bring it up towards 100%. Okay, try it, play with it. This is energy. It really does something, even though it looks kind of crazy. It really does work. Please drink water as you're doing this, because it is actually doing something. At the end of this Google Doc, I want you to, even if it's on a napkin, declare that you're taking responsibility for your well-being, and you sign your name. Now, the very last part, other than the anchor statement that you're using to create as you're drifting off to sleep, is sitting in the Wayne Cook posture for 5 minutes. And you're repeating your anchor statement as you sit in the Wayne Cook posture. So the Wayne Cook posture is, you sit down and you cross your ankles. So you cross usually your dominant leg over your less dominant leg. If you're right-handed, I know this is backwards, I'm sorry. If you're right-handed, you cross your right ankle over the left. If you're unable to do so, please just imagine that intention is 99% of the rule. And same with your hands. If you're right-handed, you're going to cross your hand over, link your hands together, and then bring your hands up to rest on your chest. This is a very soothing process, procedure, exercise. Okay, so again, crossing your ankles, and then you're going to cross your arms. Your dominant hand goes over your less dominant, and you entangle your fingers, and then you bring them underneath, and you hold this posture. This is the Wayne Cook posture. This is from Donna Eden's book. And crossing your ankles and sitting like this. You don't have to rest your head, but sitting like this and repeating. You can close your eyes if you want. You can create an anchor vision as you create your anchor statement, or repeat your anchor statement for at least 5 minutes. And then I want you to go back through these questions and retest them. Test them again, okay? If you feel that the depression has lifted, if you feel better, tap on your thymus thump. It's about just over top of your heart chakra. Your heart chakra is kind of down a little bit. It's about 1 inch above your heart chakra. Tapping there with 2 or 3 fingers. Pretty good. It's called the thymus thump. So you don't want to just tap lightly. You want to actually thump. Not so that it hurts, but you'll know. And you do that until you sigh. And that's it. That's it. That is your Kinetic Divination session. So how was it? Please comment below. Let me know what you think, how you felt at the beginning, how you felt during it. Did you feel silly? Let me know. And how you felt at the end. I'd love, 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 love to hear your feedback. If you like this video, please click on the like button. It really does help. Like, other people will see this video and maybe their depression could be lifted by you clicking the like button. Share it with a friend. Subscribe for other videos like this. And please don't forget to go get this Google Doc. It's free. Please don't forget to go to my website and grab the muscle testing workbook. There's a lot of free stuff on my website. There's also a lot of free stuff in my Facebook group. So there's a lot of options for you to get free stuff. My Facebook group is the Energetic Alignment Community. The link is below. Take care. I really do hope that this has helped you. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.